Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. It's a good cool morning here in Mississippi. The sun's coming up. I've got a big old turkey we're gonna cook. Now, this bird weighed about 17.5 pounds. I had it in a 48-hour brine, getting some flavor deep down in the meat. Pulled it out last night, let it air dry in the fridge on a rack. I'm gonna stuff it with some vegetables, some fresh aromatics. We're gonna melt some butter, get it on the outside, season it, get it in the smoke on my Traeger pit. Y'all know this is gonna be a butter basted turkey that you're gonna wanna try for Thanksgiving. Let's get to cooking. So I've got a big bird that we're gonna cook today. This one weighed about 17.5 pounds. It took it about 4 days to thaw out in the refrigerator. And then I got it in a 48-hour brine. Now for my brine, I used my bird brine and 2 gallons of water. We dropped the turkey down in a meat bag, put it in a big brining bucket and stuck it in the refrigerator and forgot about it. It penetrates the meat and it gives it a ton of flavor and a ton of moisture. Now if you don't have time to brine, you could inject, but a big bird like this, 24, 48 hours is perfect to really get some flavor and some moisture inside the meat. When you take it out of the brine, you want to let it dry as much as possible. It helps if you'll set it on a little raised rack like I have it on now and stick it in the refrigerator. Just let it go overnight. But what we're going to do first is fill up this cavity with some aromatics and some vegetables. I've got a poultry herb bundle here that I'm going to stuff in first. Then we've got some lemon going in. Grab some quartered up onion, throw that in there. We've got some celery. Now I'm gonna add a whole stick of butter. This is gonna be a butter basted turkey. And I wanna get some of that butter flavor on the inside of the meat too. You can throw some whole cloves of garlic in there, but you can put whatever you want. It's gonna fill up that void, that space. It's gonna help it cook even. Now to hold everything inside that we put in the cavity, you wanna cross the legs and tie them up. Just get you some butcher twine. We'll just kind of cross the legs and get us some knots going. It's gonna hold everything in. It'll keep that skin from busting there at the end too. Clip off your excess twine and you're good to go. Now we're ready to work on the skin. Now the first thing you'll notice is this turkey has one of these instant pop-up thermometers. I don't use those. I go ahead and take them out. I'm gonna use a ThermoWorks dot. I know how accurate they are. It's gonna give me proper temperature. You can't always trust those pop-up thermometers. Now, we need an oil or a fat on the outside of the skin to help our seasoning stick and to help the turkey brown. And that's really what we're going for, is that golden brown look. Now instead of using an oil, I melted a couple sticks of butter and I'm just gonna brush it over the skin. We've got butter in the cavity, we got butter going on the skin, and we're gonna baste with some butter too. So this is gonna be one rich bird. You just wanna get it all over. It's gonna help that seasoning stick to the outside too. Now let's talk seasoning. I'm keeping it easy with this one. This is a poultry recipe that I learned from Mike Mills from 17th Street Barbecue. It's a classic flavor: salt, garlic, poultry seasoning. 3 ingredients, that's all you need, and it goes awesome on the skin. The salt's gonna help the skin dry out a little bit. It's gonna help it crust up. Then we're gonna have the savoriness from the garlic and the poultry seasonings. We don't need a lot of excess on a bird like this. We want this to be the classic Thanksgiving turkey flavors. We're just gonna add some smoke, simple seasonings, and it's gonna be delicious. So I'm firing up my Traeger Timberline today for this cook. I love cooking on a pellet grill anytime I'm doing turkey, because it helps the skin get nice brown and crispy. Now I'm running about 300 degrees and I'm using Traeger's new turkey blend pellet. You could use whatever flavor pellet you want, but I like that hardwood mixed with the maple and a little bit of rosemary. It's gonna give it some nice flavor. You wanna bring the grill up to 300 degrees, let it stabilize out, then we're gonna put the turkey on, start cooking. So my Traeger's rocking along. I've got it set about 300 degrees for this cook. We're ready to put this turkey on. You notice I'm leaving it on the rack. This is gonna help me spin the turkey around as it cooks so I can make sure it's even. I'm starting it out one way. We'll turn it about every hour just so we can rotate it and make sure it's getting even heat on all sides. Let's go ahead and get the lid closed. So we've been rolling on the Traeger with our turkey for 1 hour. It's time to take a peek at it and check it out. Now, that's exactly what I want to see. Golden brown skin starting to happen. Now we want to baste it. I've got unsalted butter that I've seasoned with some rosemary, some thyme, and some parsley. And I'm just gonna start basting it over the top, not really touching the skin, just adding some of this herb butter right to the top of the bird. We're gonna let it run down. We're gonna let it keep browning the skin, getting it crispy. I'm gonna get the wings, I'm gonna get the legs, I'm gonna get all of it. We got it on this rack. We can turn it right around. Real easy. Get this backside. Turkey sandwiches, turkey pot pie, drumsticks. I'm just gonna get the lid closed. We're gonna keep on smoking on the Traeger. All right, we've been on a total of 2 hours now on our turkey. And look at how that butter is making that skin turn brown, getting kind of taut, kind of crispy feeling. It's time for another baste. Got that butter working with the herbs in it. It's making that skin look beautiful. We'll give it a little spin action. We're gonna get the backside. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get my probe thermometer in there. I'm just gonna stick it right in the same hole where that pop out was. I got it set for 165. You want it 165 in the breast, 175 in the dark meat. And before I close it up, I'm gonna wrap these wings up. When they start getting a good color on them, I don't want them to get too dark. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of foil, protect those wings. Now let's get the lid back closed. We'll check it again in another hour. All right, it's been another hour on our turkey. And check it out, man. We have got some beautiful brown skin now. That butter has done its job. Our temperature's looking good. We're about 155 internal. Still got about 10 degrees to go. So this will probably be the last little butter baste. We'll give it a little spin action. Check out that. Now that's turkey. And since we've got it looking exactly how you want it to, that brown color is right. We don't want it to get any darker. At this point, we can go ahead and put some foil just over the top of it, just to keep it from turning too brown. Now I'm just gonna drape this foil over the top, kind of tuck it around. Not tight, just loosely tinted. That's gonna protect it, close the lid. When this buzzer goes off on the dot, it's gonna be time to take it off the pit. All right, we're hitting temp. We've reached that 165 threshold in our turkey. It's been just a hair over 4 hours on this big bird. We laid that foil over the top of it, so we protected it. We've got that beautiful golden brown color on it. It's time to get it off the pit. And I'll tell you what, this Traeger will flat cook a turkey. Now you need some heat resistant gloves. We're gonna take it over the cutting board. Look how good that looks right there, y'all. So to let the turkey rest, I'm gonna get it off the rack. Go ahead and get it on a platter, but just carefully pick it up. It's still smoking hot. I'm just gonna set it over here. The turkey's still steaming. It just come off the pit. It needs to rest before we cut into it. Just give it 15 minutes or so to rest. I mean, it could even take 20, 30 minutes. You'd still be fine, but you don't wanna lose any of that juice by cutting into it right away. I don't know if I can wait 15 minutes, but I'm gonna do my best. All right, y'all, check it out. I've let it rest as long as I could take. I did go ahead and garnish just a little bit. I just threw some cranberries and a few twigs of rosemary on there. So if you're having this for Thanksgiving or any other holiday, you can easily dress up the platter just to make it look pretty as you bring it to the table. Now I've got to cut me some of this bird off, so I'm gonna take off one of the breasts right now. You just kind of find the center bone and go down, and then come along the wishbone and start carving it out. And once you get it freed up on one side, you can come back in on the bottom side and just take that breast off. Now I should just be able to easily get in here and peel it right off. We've got that turkey breast off. Now look at that. That is beautiful. And my favorite part's gonna be that skin. And I'm just gonna slice it into serving size pieces. You can go as thick or as thin as you want. Just use a sharp knife straight through the skin. Y'all don't think I'm gonna eat that skin. Something's wrong with you. I know that's where some flavor is. Go ahead and get a piece out. I can't take it. I mean, look how juicy that turkey is. Still hot, still steamy. Beautiful piece of this herbed up skin, butter crusted on top. That's turkey to me. Holy smoke. It's hot, juicy, moist all the way through. I can taste the herbs. I can taste the brine that's penetrated the meat. That's fantastic turkey. It's been a while since I've had some turkey. You know, I don't know why we just eat these things once a year. It's so easy to cook. Man, if you can cook turkey year round, if you know it's this good, why not? Heck yeah. You don't even need any gravy with this turkey. Ooh, that little skin piece wanted to jump off. I think I will. Skin has a slight crispiness to it. It's not rubbery. That butter helps it cook down. And check it out, y'all. You can see just a slight smoke ring right around the edge, but the meat's white, it's juicy, there's packed full of moisture in there. That's how you cook a turkey right. Hope everybody out there has a happy Thanksgiving. If y'all like what we're doing here at HowToBBQRight, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know y'all can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok. And Shell and I are gonna talk about this turkey recipe, all the other delicious stuff that we do for Thanksgiving on our weekly podcast. Y'all give that a listen too. We'll see y'all next time. It's turkey time at my house. That's what I'm talking about. Turkey salad, turkey pot pie, turkey and dressing, turkey sandwiches with some blue plate. That's some fine turkey. Don't need no bumpus as hounds over here, do we?